This is a presentation of RVT Entertainment.
This isn't about the dead, it's about the living. It's about my mother. It's about my sister. It's about my wife. It's about the 14 years it took me to go from undesirable to ungoddamn deniable.
You know, they say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Small Joe, and you can see that statement is not true.
Because I'm better than you, and you know it.
In the back, there are men and women, seasoned professionals, dues paid in full, gunning to be the best.
I'll always light the way, and all you have to do is let me in.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly. The cream of the crop. Nobody does it better.
Hey, hi, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Wrestle-Cast, presented by RVT Entertainment Productions. RVT Entertainment Productions. How do I fuck that up? Anyway, presented by RVT Entertainment on Podomatic.com, Spotify, YouTube, and wherever else you may find this fine audio recording and live on RVT Entertainment's official Twitch.tv channel. We talk about professional wrestling, both in the mainstream and the independent scene. My name's Matty J. That is TWK.
Hello, gentlemen, I'm TWK of TWK Reviews, and it's time for another wonderful edition of Talking Wrestling!
And of course, joining us as always, as per usual, and as punctual as usual. Oh, he was punctual. He was. Shintigercurl, everybody.
Sorry, I can't do any funny voices right now, but I assure you I am here for it to talk some wrestling.
Oh, he'll bring the funny voices later. He usually does. Anyway, how you guys doing? How was your week?
Well, things went pretty well this week. I mean, considering all the things that happened. I mean, we learned that Kip Sabian has a huge fucking cock for one.
No. And Kip fell in love with Penelope Ford's boobs. I mean, Penelope Ford's personality and her tits and her personality and her stonking great, you know what? Yeah, that.
Her talents.
Her talents.
He's
both of them.
He's certainly an upgrade from Joey Janela.
Hey, you know what? I cannot argue that.
Don't ask me why. I just think Joey Janela smells. I haven't seen him in person. I have this feeling that he might smell of sweat, blood, and spray paint.
Well, more like White Claw.
Definitely White Claw and a faint aroma of light tube.
And dark terroir.
Yeah, he tried to seduce Penelope with Drakkar Noir. Did not work, folks. It did not work.
Unless your name is Crockett or Tubbs, you cannot seduce anybody with that shit.
No. No, sir. No, not at all. You know, I thought I had the stonking great tits bun, but apparently I don't.
Well, regardless of that, Matty, what are we talking about this week? I'm so confused.
Yeah, well, you know, a thing happened, on Sunday. It's called the Royal Rumble. It was actually decent. We'll talk about that. Wednesday night happened. Both shows tried to blow up the goddamn internet. One was successful at it, but the other one, oh, Jesus, I feel bad for Adam Copeland. I'm not going to lie. And, of course, we got some news in the third seg and all that good stuff. And, of course, your winners and losers, as per usual. And all of that good stuff. Shall we get to it, boys?
I say so, Matty. What is our clip leading us into the royalist of
Folks,
Rumbles?
it is very simple. It's the final few seconds of the men's Rumble. This one, I didn't think it was controversial. There are people who don't think it's as controversial as it is made out to seem. But you know, you know what? I liked it for what it was. Take a listen.
I mean, so battling with everything he has.
Look at Edge. What is this? Trying to shift the weight, trying to get Braun Strowman to teeter up over the top.
He's underneath him. He's up underneath him.
Can Edge somehow pull Strowman over the top rope to eliminate him here?
Oh, no, but Strowman ain't having it. Look at this raw strength from Strowman.
This is no mortal we're talking about. This
Meanwhile,
is the
from behind,
monster
Christian. Christian from behind, looking to dump Strowman with the help of Edge. Now Seth Rollins. Rollins dumps from Strowman and Christian. We're down to 2. Rollins and Edge. And Rollins going for the stop.
Yes, he was. With
Rollins trying to hang on.
That's good.
Edge trying to eliminate Rollins. Rollins eliminated. Edge has done it. Wait a minute. Out of nowhere. An RKO by Orton. Orton's back in the match. Orton was never eliminated. Randy Orton. Edge dumps Orton. Edge wins. Edge wins. Edge going to WrestleMania.
Here is your winner, the Rated R Superstar,
Edge wins his second Royal Rumble, 11 years to the day from his first victory.
Well, definitely newsworthy. That is for sure. That Rumble was. You know what? I'm just gonna say it right off the bat. I think WWE needed a win, and I think they got. I think they got it with the Rumble here. No.
On this day, I see clearly, Edge is going to Mania in front of the real fans, not ones on TV screens.
Oh, this was terrible. This was terrible.
What?
It was terrible because they didn't have Kimmel announcing Edge as the winner.
Yeah. But then again, he got let go. They couldn't, you know. And I'm pretty sure Tony Kimmel would have went, okay, you want me to do it? Put me back on the crew? Maybe do it? No. Fuck it.
They should have done it.
They should.
The Rated R Superstar.
Yep. And now it's just like Justin Roberts and Jon Moxley. I can't have anyone else introduce Jon Moxley but Justin Roberts now.
Yeah. Or Kenny Omega. Really?
Unless it's heel book.
Ooh, and they're back, by the way. The heel book is back. Oh, God, yes. Comedy gold every time they show up. I'm telling you. But shall we begin with the review proper, gentlemen? It is the Royal Rumble from the Thunderdome, located at Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg, Florida. It's in Tampa, by the way. Match card goes as follows. You had the pre-show, Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler regaining the tag team women's championships. Asuka or Flair were the champions going in. They went 10:30. I didn't watch it. Didn't think it was going to be worth my time.
I did, and it was very much a Raw/SmackDown tag team main event style match where not much really happened until like the final 2 minutes.
But this continues the trend of Charlotte Flair's title wins that don't last more than a month.
Yeah, and it's the Charlotte Flair show, and Asuka just happens to be there. I'm just happy to collect the paycheck. Can I spit the mist now? I want to be a heel again. Spit mist. I want to do that. Yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna go eat sushi. She likes sushi. What can I tell you? Anyway, it was fine from what I've read. So there's that.
Yeah, it was kind of there.
It was there.
I mean, there was the usual, interference shenanigans from Ric Flair and Lacey Evans.
You know what? In normal times, I made jokes about they fucking and everything else, but Ric Flair's old, and we're in the middle of the fucking pandemic. Fuck you, Junior. Main card proper begins with the WWE Heavyweight Championship of the World. Drew McIntyre defeats. He did it! He beat Goldberg! Officially 232, but they went around 5 minutes in the beatdown, if you include the pre-bell ringing.
And the crowd goes, who gives a shit?
At least the Great Evil was finally defeated once and for all.
You know what? I get the feeling a match like that would have gotten a decent pop to start the night in front of a live crowd. Goldberg would have been booed. Drew McIntyre would have been the baby face.
I would have thrown an Arby's burger at Goldberg.
Jesus Christ!
Wow.
Find some use for Arby's sandwiches as projectile weaponry against Goldberg.
Oh wait, speaking of that, Matty, I could see that there were quite a few, like a noticeable number of people, doing the thumbs down motion in the video cameras.
Yeah, at Goldberg. Yeah.
Like they were piping in those cheers, but you could the visuals tell a different story.
If there was a live crowd, old Goldberg would have been the definitive heel in that crowd, which I posit would have made Drew McIntyre's win even more epic because the pop would have been good.
Yeah, and every time Goldberg would have hit a spear, just boom, just the loudest boos you could imagine.
Absolutely.
And when he hit that jackhammer, I guarantee you, there probably would have been silence.
There would have been silence and then a big fat pop at the kick out.
Considering how his last jackhammer went, I doubt he could get Drew up an inch off the ground.
I get the feeling this was literally a coordinated effort to make it look as decent as possible, which, by the way, considering the age of the last jackhammer he pulled, job done, boys. Good enough.
This is probably the best jackhammer he's hit since possibly Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens? Yeah, I could see that, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, one of these days he's going to destroy his back.
If not already. But we move on. Sasha Banks defeats Carmella with Reginald to retain the SmackDown Women's Championship. We went 10-25. This is a universal thumbs up. This is Carmella's best match since her return, and I agree with that. With that universal praise.
Yeah, best match since she's returned. Some great stuff from these two, and they win with the right. Sasha has to head into Mania as champion.
It just makes sense, and it will make sense because actually I'll let Shen say his words on this, and then I will segue ourselves into the next match. There, obviously.
Nothing much for me to say. I didn't watch it, but I heard Carmella was good, so good for her. I enjoy watching wrestlers improve in the ring on their shortcomings. So good for her.
There you go.
That's one thing that always annoys me about Carmella's entrance. When she's dancing in the silhouette, she's facing away from the camera. But when the curtain comes down, she's facing the camera. What the fuck's going on with that bullshit?
Yeah, you wouldn't pull that shit in North Carolina.
Listen.
It's forced, but I don't give a fuck.
we don't. It's one of those things you don't talk about. Like we don't talk about the fact that Brian Cage was outside in 40-degree weather without a shirt on.
Yeah.
Stupid. It doesn't make any sense, but we accept it. So just
you know what? He was outside and someone was blasting hot air at him in his back to make sure he stayed warm.
No, you see, Brian Cage can handle the winter because he's not a man; he's a machine.
That, and he's probably one of the few people I know who look at 40-degree weather and go, "All right, I'll wear shorts and sandals." That's true. I know of 2 people from college at our dorm that did that shit when we did our grocery runs. So, 0 Fahrenheit degree weather. Yeah. Crazies.
Yeah, I can only wear shorts and with a t-shirt in weather as cold as, I would say, maybe 48 at the coldest Fahrenheit.
Mm-hmm. Now, to be fair, he was
Can't go
wearing a
more than
hoodie.
that.
He was wearing a jacket, but, you know.
Start putting layers.
Maybe Brian Cage just like taking off his shirt at random times for no reason.
You know what? Honestly, I get the feeling he was one of those, like, he just did like a 1,000 push-ups to keep himself warm, and it's like, fuck, all right, gotta show off the abs to the lady.
Well, to be fair, when you have a bio like that, you'd want to show it off as well.
Yeah, you would.
All right,
you totally
guys,
would.
All right, guys, I'm gonna take off my shirt. Brian, what are you doing? We're in a fucking corner around here. All right, just got. When I do the mountain, when I do the chocolate fountain. Damn it, why do I guy on that team?
Anyway, next up, hey, it's the Women's Royal Rumble. 30 participants were in there, and I will read the, I'll tell you who won it, of course. It was Bianca Belair, who was in the Ric Flair number 3 spot, so there's that. The participants in the order of entry: Bayley, Naomi, the winner Bianca Belair, Billie Kay, Shotzi Blackheart, Shayna Baszler, Toni Storm, Jillian Hall. Did not see that one coming. Good call. Ruby Riott, Victoria. Holy shit, I thought she was blackballed. Peyton Royce, Santana Garrett, Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, Dana Brooke, Tori Wilson, Lacey Evans, Mickie James, Nikki Cross, Alicia Fox, Mandy Rose, Dakota Kai, Carmella, Tamina, Lana, Alexa Bliss, Amber Moon, Nia Jax, and Natalya round off the course.
You forgot one.
Who? Do not say Dexter Lumis in a blonde wig. He doesn't count.
I was going to say Dexter Lumis in a blonde wig. Do you think I'm that predictable? No. I was going to say Dexter Lumis in a redhead wig.
God damn it.
Yeah, it's part of his Becky Lynch cosplay.
Oh, fuck y'all. Fuck off.
He just want to emulate his hero. Let him live his dreams, Matty.
God damn it. No. All right, so here's some stats. In case you're wondering, Bianca Belair did obviously last the longest at 56:52. Naomi and Shayna Baszler, they're in the 40-minute club with Naomi at 47:39 and 41:46 respectively for Shayna. Rhea Ripley was just shy at 39:06. Charlotte Flair, she lasted half an hour, 43:47. And as far as eliminations, that honor goes to Rhea Ripley. She had 7. Shayna Baszler had 6. And our winner, 4. Thoughts, gentlemen?
By the way, I got to say a couple of notes I like to make for this match. Number 1, Billie Kay on commentary, just waiting for someone to team up with her.
That was a nice through line. Nice early comedy through line. I found it funny.
And just throughout the Rumble, whenever one of her former partners would come in, she'd be so conflicted in her head, like, okay, who do I team with, her or her? Who?
I cannot choose.
And this caused her quote unquote current teammates to be so pissed off at her that they're like, you know what? Fuck this, you're out.
Yeah. I feel bad for Billie. She is so talented and being wasted in this. I mean, she's on TV every week. Good for her, but I'm like,
By the way, props for Ruby Riott wearing a Riot Girl shirt. Very awesome.
That's a nice little touch. That's a neat touch.
And of course, as you pointed out, Victoria, most of us thought she was blackballed because the last time she was in WWE was before she went to Impact.
And she went to Impact, and basically, I guess she was done with the Fed. She was done, retired, and for whatever reason, Vince didn't want to bring her in, or no one wanted to bring her in. Guess what? Hey, there she is. No tattoo, though. That's unfortunate.
I will never miss that song because of one of the members of that group. Fuck her.
Oh, let me guess. Transphobic?
Homophobic. Although probably transphobic as well. considering the fact that she sees
Wait,
gay
time the
men
fuck
as
out. Wait.
icky.
One tattoo's gimmick, the ambiguous lesbian-esque duo.
Yeah, and it was all just a gimmick. That's all it was.
Isn't it ironic? Don't you think?
So it was good, nevertheless, to see Victoria back in her elimination. Jesus Christ.
She had
That
a
was
couple.
extreme elimination.
She had one, yeah.
Shayna Baszler just choking her out over the top rope and just dropping her just
Took
flat onto the ground.
Took it like a champ, though. Whew.
Also, Victoria's 39. It's like, I think she's at 49.
49. She's
49
turning
years
50
old.
this year.
And she still looks and is able to move that well.
You know what? If you ever told me she was in her 40s, I'd be like, no, yeah, she looks great. Fuck. 50.
Also, should be I looked up some statistics and Bianca Belair has the longest time spent in a single Rumble.
Really?
Yeah, 56-52. That's the record.
56-49.
I have 56-52 on Wiki.
Same here.
I see 56-49 on Wiki too. But nonetheless,
I want to refresh it, dude. Yeah, 56-52.
But good for her. That hopefully that record will stand for a good long while for the EST of WWE.
Oh fuck! I just realized I did not start recording.
What?
We've been going for 22 minutes.
You know what? Boys? No big deal. It is saved. It is saved in the. It's saved in VOD on Twitch. I could easily download it. We're good for now.
All right, at least there's that.
Thank you.
But I just realized, we lost a few frames. We got disconnected. I'm an idiot, folks. That's what I am. So if you heard a few things drop, folks, I do apologize. Internet is a bitch. Anyway, I forgot to tell. I'm an idiot. My God. I'm good at this usually. What the fuck?
While you're sorting that out,
you know what? If it sounds like shit, folks, I apologize. That's just what it is. That's them's the breaks. All right, let's move on. Any other notes here, boys?
Just the fact that I love that when it came down to the final three, both Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair were just like, nope, Charlotte, get the fuck out. Nope, Charlotte, get the fuck out. Charlotte, get the fuck out of my house.
Hairball, fuck you. I am going to curb myself.
And also currently Shayna Baszler and Bianca Belair are tied as Royal Rumble Canes. They're tied for the all-time eliminations in a single Rumble, 8.
They do.
And sadly, who? Yes,
you got cut off there. I'm sorry.
No, I just let go of the button. Oh, well, unfortunately, Liv Morgan is the Santino of the Women's Royal Rumble with a cumulative time of being 8 seconds in a single Rumble.
She's not popping up on any situation there. I don't think she has to worry about being the Santina, so to speak.
No, that record is easily breakable. So
yeah, this could be broken by Billie Kay next year, for all we know. So there's that. How do you say we follow the fact that Bianca Belair won the Rumble, which, by the way, Belair versus Sasha Banks, please. I think that seems to be like the obvious matchup, but Jesus, the promos alone.
Almost makes me want to get back the WWE Network. Almost.
Or at least pick up Peacock so you could actually enjoy the Fed for free, which is what it's worth anyway.
I might do that.
$0, no sense.
Yeah, you just pick up Peacock, watch Office, and in your free time, maybe watch a WWE show every now and again.
Possibly.
How do they follow that up? Last man standing, Roman Reigns over Kevin Owens, 24-54. Ooh, this,
This match was perfectly well until like the final minutes.
This went so goddamn well, but if it weren't for that one match-breaking botch at the end of it, it would have been perfect.
It would have been perfect, but the last like minute, they literally broke kayfabe in order to save the match.
They had to break kayfabe. Like, no one brought a hacksaw. It turns out the botch happened is like they had the right key, they had everything else, but the cuffs, the way they had arranged the cuffs and everything else, wrong. So they couldn't fit the key in there because the keyhole was on the wrong side.
Fuck.
I've seen scenes of the match, thought it was good. Then I heard about the botch, and I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah.
There was no close. I mean, there was so many extreme spots.
They had a banger. And that
Kevin Owens
fuck
threw
up
off,
happens.
Kevin Owens threw off like 3 different platforms.
Bumping like a boss. Roman Reigns working and working well. And God damn it, that one fuck up. It's one fuck up.
But it had to be right at the end of the match.
It breaks your heart. It does.
Like, and the worst part is, Kevin Owens just had to stand there and just watch it like, what am I supposed to do? What the fuck's going on? And they just had to stand there until Roman put a guillotine on him for the finish. It just was really awkward.
It would be contender for a match of the year if it wasn't for that goddamn botch.
Yeah, that folks, he's not kidding. And he only watched the clips. That one fuck up stole that honor from him. That's how good.
Kevin Owens got ran over by a golf cart.
That too.
They could have done something with that spot by having Sammy run in like, why am I even here? And all of a sudden he turns around and he sees Matt and Kenny in their golf cart saying, we can do this better than they can.
I love how just out of nowhere it comes, because Kevin Owens is just walking backstage. It's just the camera's staring at him, and then right out of nowhere, boom, hit by a golf cart.
Yeah.
I just love that moment. That definitely kicked things up a notch.
Good old Roman. You're finally living up to your potential as a scumbag heel.
Also, he's living up to his family tradition of running over people who do Stone Cold Stunners.
I did it for The Rock. I did it for the people. I did it. Oh, shut the fuck up, you thong-wearing fatty. Okay, it's not verbatim, but come on. Joke.
You know what? Just because of that golf cart spot, I am reinstating his up, up, down, down name as the merchandise.
Okay.
From now on, we will refer to heel Roman Reigns as the merchandise.
Yeah. I am Roman the Merchandise Reigns. Fuck yeah. I ain't hearing no goddamn tribal chief.
I'm the merchandise. Because that's what I'm all the time. Merch every day. Fuck John Cena. I'm the merch master.
That being said, boys, main event time, Royal Rumble, the men's version. Winner gets the shot at the belt. Pick one. And Edge won the thing. Here's how this turns out. He ran the table. Entered number 1 with Randy Orton number 2, Sami Zayn number 3, and going on from there in order: Mustafa Ali, Jeff Hardy, Dolph Ziggler, Shinsuke Nakamura. Holy shit, my boy Carlito is back. My boy is back.
Now that's cool.
That's cool. Damn it, T-Dub. That's cool. Xavier Woods. That the spelling that was not cool. Big E, John Morrison, Ricochet, Elias, Damian Priest, The Miz, Riddle. What? Matt Riddle's a better name for God. Daniel Bryan, Kane. He did not stick around. King Corbin, Otis, Dominic Mysterio, Bobby Lashley, Hurricane Helms. Holy shit, Christian! We'll get to him in a couple of seconds. AJ Styles, Rey Mysterio, Sheamus, Cesaro, Beth Phoenix, and Braun Strowman. Can we talk about my boy Carlito for a couple of seconds? I feel like
Sure, go ahead.
Because holy fuck, my boy is back, and Jesus Christ, he didn't have abs last time. Jesus, Swolito.
And
in the face.
Sorry, go ahead, Shane.
I spit in the face of people who don't want to be swole.
Well, Brian Cage, you don't have to worry about Carlito now. You're swole.
And it's being noted that the current rumor is that Carlito might sign a new deal, which I think was inevitable after Vince saw Carlito sculpted his body the past several years.
Oh, he became a body guy, that in his own words, and I'm surprised he hasn't. You know, he showed up on Raw. He was in a tag match with Jeff Hardy, but I'm surprised he hasn't done much more than that. But any time will tell in that particular situation.
And of course,
Christian
return that has put a big smile on my face.
Jesus.
Although I have to note, I was holding my celebration because I was like, he's going to get tapped by Randy Orton, isn't he? Just right before he hits the ring, RKO out of nowhere. I'm waiting for it. And they didn't do it. They let him get in the ring.
We got the hug. And people were cutting onions, god damn it.
I was expecting.
And apparently Christian will be back part-time.
So yeah, E&C tag run. Edge is going, E&C back together again. And the whole wrestling internet went like I am going, fuck yes!
The Radar Superstar teaming with the Instant Classic one more time.
Look, I am sounding like an absolute hypocrite cheering the fact that a part-timer won the tag, the biggest Rumble. But here's the thing. We got Drew McIntyre last year. That made him an instant star. I'm looking at this going, look, his promo on Monday, I highlighted him last week. Monster said it best, is listen, the minute the promo aired is the minute I think I was sold, as was Monster on Edge winning.
And he didn't just win. He has joined a very, very small club of only one.
An exclusive club, you would say?
Almost exclusive. Edge has become one of only 3 men in the 30-plus year history of the Royal Rumble to win from number 1.
He ran the table. For those wondering, the other 2, name redacted, and Shawn Michaels. Chris Benoit, for those who don't get the joke.
Stevie Richards.
Yes. Though Stevie himself will deny it, of course. No Mercy Rose, of course.
So I'm willing to give Edge a pass. I mean, he was one of my picks from last week.
Yeah.
I'm willing to give him a pass.
There's a whole lot of people, part-timers shouldn't do this, part-timers shouldn't doing that. I was in a Discord call. For those who don't know, I'm with the NGTTWF. And they had a call talking about it, and we finished Joke Riffs, and they were about, I want to say, at number 15 in the Men's Rumble, so I got to see Christian go out, and we all popped for that, believe me. But Edge throws out Orton, and people go nuts, and it's divided. You know, people, this is part-timers doing this. I was the only one that goes, hey, listen, it's either Edge versus Drew or Edge versus Roman. Holy shit, that's marquee either way.
Personally, I would go for Edge versus Drew.
That's my gut. Obviously, the plans seem to steer towards Edge versus Roman, but we are at the very beginning of this very long road to WrestleMania, so we're in it for now. But they did tease Edge showing up. But obviously, Edge showed up on NXT, and there's the idea, hey, Edge versus Finn Balor. Holy Christ. Edge versus Karrion Kross down the line. Sure, why the fuck not? There's a few matches. There are a few matches.
I think seeing Edge go up against Christian's creepy chef is a good match.
All right, now for those wondering, hey Matty, what about the stats here? I'll give you the stats. Give me a minute. We're just marking the fuck out. Edge obviously lasted the longest, 1 hour 32 minutes. Otherwise, Orton did as well, but do you count it? I wouldn't. He showed up, wrestled 10 minutes, faked an injury, had a brew backstage until it was time to RKO Edge again. So
all things considered, it was an easy night for Randy Orton.
Yeah. But comparatively speaking, no one even tried to bust 20 minutes. No, they did. They did. I'm trying to. Come on, will you let me at least? Goddamn, Wiki. I'm trying to figure out the time. All right, so obviously Wiki refuses, but Riddle. I'm trying to. There we go. No. Work with me, goddammit. All right, here we go. So Riddle lasted the longest, 31-17. No one busted the 40-minute mark beyond that. Biggie went 29-45. Bryan, he almost went the half hour too, 28-50. And Shinsuke, he's on the rise. They've been trying to push him again as the king of strong style. He had a fair representation of himself, 22-01. As far as eliminations, not that many to count. This was not a record breaker. Big E and Damian Priest, who, by the way, Damian is making his official main roster debut this week. Our thoughts go to you, Mr. Priest. May you do good. We knock on wood for you. Big E and Damian, 4 eliminations each. Seth Rollins, who made his return there, he had 3. Braun Strowman had 3. Bobby Lashley had 3. Edge, though the eventual winner, he had 3. So that was about it. That was the spread.
So yeah, congratulations to the Friday Night Flyer for returning.
There you go.
Yeah, but he didn't have a good time backstage.
Nope.
Yeah, because he thought Becky was waiting for him back there, but it was really Dexter Lumis in a redhead wig.
How do we rate this, by the way? Because this, I don't know. I don't know how you rate this.
I'll give this show a 4 out of 5 personally.
That's where I'm sitting. That botch doesn't happen. It's a 4.5.
I'm going to give it even though I didn't see all of it for obvious reasons, based on the word of mouth and the good things that you guys and several other noteworthy reviewers in the IWC, I'm going to give it a solid 4.
Yeah, that's what I think a lot of people are sitting on. But both Rumbles were well booked. Both are very likable winners that people agree on. I mean, there's not much to complain about.
Certainly, possibly the best WWE pay-per-view they've done since the pandemic.
Yeah. I don't think I will disagree with that. Not going to disagree with that. All right, how much time do we have? 9:39. We have a little bit of time, so we're going to take. If you guys want to do a Q&A, go right ahead. While you put your questions on the screen, JC sent in this. JC sent which Rumble was better, the men's or women's this year. I kind of want to put the edge on the women's Rumble by
100%.
By notch.
100%.
I'd say it was close. I mean, which one had a better ending? I would say Edge's match had the better ending, but I think just structure-wise, I think the women's Rumble was better, but it wouldn't be by much. Speaking of JC, go ahead. Sorry.
I've seen moments, so I can't really judge
either.
One is either or. So,
all right. For those wondering, JC sent in an email, so if you guys want to do some Q&A, throw your questions in the chat while I read this. Another person had entered the Two Rumble Club. I'm sure you'll discuss it, so I'm not going to ask about your opinions on that. You just heard them anyway. Instead, I'm going to ask you something else. Suppose history changed and made it so that no one ever won the Rumble more than once. No more than one Rumble. My question is, who would you pick to win those Rumbles instead? So, for convenience, you put on all the multiple Rumbles. Hogan, 1991, Michaels, Austin, Triple H, Batista, Cena, Randy, and Edge. The Hogan Rumbles didn't exactly matter, other than just, hey, it's just a Rumble that's on pay-per-view. So I don't think that would count as much. Michaels in 95, 96, I'd keep the 96 Rumble because you don't get the Iron Man match beyond that. Austin, 97, 98, 2001. This is a tough one.
97, I would have just had Bret Hart. No, not
Bret. Bret Hart winning it.
Undertaker.
Yeah.
Just have Undertaker win the 97 Rumble. And for the 01 Rumble, you could have had Austin as champion and Rock win the 01 Rumble clean.
Ditto.
And it's the Attitude Era. You could have easily hotshot it. And yeah, there might have been complaints by the OSW boys down the line, but I don't think you were still getting Rock Austin, and if things are still the same. I'm not going to touch the Hogan Rumbles. I mean, at this point, it's pick one. As far as the 95 Rumble, there was only Michaels or Bret Hart. Pick one at that point. The 95 was not
Bulldog, you mean Bulldog.
Bulldog, then, yeah. Bulldog would have probably won it clean, and whatever happens, happens. Austin, Bret Hart, 97. Rock could have won it in 2001, but yeah, keep 2008.
JC, stop making this more difficult.
This is only fantasy book. JC, do you want me to keep reading this? Because there's more questions on here. Triple H's return and a rise in 2002 makes sense. 2016, you can pick anybody else. So I would have picked either Moxley or one of the authorities.
Yeah, that should have been Moxley's time to win. That should have been Moxley's time to win.
Yeah.
It should have been Mox. He was really hot back then.
Keep Batista at 05 because canonically that makes more sense. And 2014, Bryan. Period.
100%.
Cena 08 in 2013. Keep Cena 08, that pop at Madison Square Garden. The only time MSG fully acknowledged Cena as, oh my God, he's back. Come on, makes sense, right? The 2013 Rumble. Shit. Who? Fuck. Oh no, that's the one where he faced The Rock. Shit.
Yeah. Dolph Ziggler.
That's probably the closest one, I guess. Let's see. Randall Keith Orton, 2009, 2017. Which one do you keep?
Considering what we got in 2017, I say the first one.
All right, so keep 09. Who do you get to win the 2017 Rumble, though?
Let's see. Think about who was on the roster at that time. Honestly, trying to think of who was on the roster back in 2017. That could have been Cesaro. There we go,
Cesaro, yeah. I'll take that. Edge in 2010. I'm not going to touch Edge for 2010 or 2021. No, not going to bother. Not going to give you the satisfaction, good sir.
Nope. They're both good.
They're both good. That being said, let's see what we had in there. Guts Masterson. Guts, could we be seeing triangular? That's news. New. We're going to cover that shit in the third seg. You know that. Thoughts on the AEW Women's Eliminator Tour? That's news, Guts. That's news.
Yep, don't worry. We will be covering all the news subjects in the following segments. So do not worry. Do not fret because we will be covering it all. At least all the stuff that I remember in my brain.
Taking care of business.
As Dave Chappelle.
Who is the more special attraction, Andre or Lesnar? Andre.
Much as a beast.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Was a beast as Brock Lesnar is and was. Andre was just something special. He was just something. He was one of a kind. One of a kind.
Though the dream match of Lesnar versus Andre, like peak Andre / in prime Andre. Jesus, that's a dream match. That's a fantasy booker's dream right there. Not gonna lie.
My penis can only get so erect.
All right, you guys got to talk about Butch Reed. That's news. Don't worry about it. Let's see.
Any more questions? Anything?
Go right ahead, folks. Keep in mind the news segment is the third segment for obvious reasons.
Come on, keep the questions coming.
Yeah, we got time for a couple more at least. Bueller.
Hello, McFly.
Going once. Going twice. There you go. Okay, so TWK, Mr. Shin, what is the greatest set in WrestleMania history?
What?
Why'd you have to say Mr. Shin? That could be for everybody, TW. You know that.
Set of what?
Of WrestleMania.
Yeah, which has the best stage design?
Oh, set. I thought you meant musical set. I was about to...
Oh, that's a different question there.
Thought I was going to have to slap the crap out of you. But as
yeah.
Set, I want to say as far as grandiose designs go, I'd say 9. As shit as it was, the whole Roman aesthetic in Caesar's Palace and all the entrances and all of it, despite how shit the show was, that WrestleMania left an impression on me. So I'd say 9.
I'd definitely say that's a good one. For me, while 9 is up there, I'll also have to give one to 17 just for it being the first WrestleMania with a proper stage and Titantron.
Yeah.
That was in the Astrodome.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to think. 20 also had a good one with it being the New York skyline.
New York skyline and the mix and everything else. Using the tunnel, using the screen tunnel like they did. I missed that design from the Garden Man. Why'd they have to fuck it up? Anyway.
And of course, WrestleMania 21 with the Hollywood design is also among my favorite.
I am a big fan of 17, not going to lie. 16 had the big screen at the front and with all that stuff and made it look badass and New Millennium-ish and all that stuff. Let's see. 24. Big outdoor stadium, big old stage like that. 25, same deal. Yeah. I'm trying to think of another
which one had the roller coaster design? Was that 32?
The one in Orlando, yeah. The second one in Orlando. I think that was 33? Yeah, 33. Because 34 will be back in because 34 we're back in New Orleans and 35 it's in New York. So yeah, the 33.
That one had a nice design.
Yep.
Absolutely. JC, which wrestler would you like to see jump into acting? I
Loomis.
mean, current roster?
Dexter Loomis.
God damn it!
Besides that, though, he would be awesome in B-movie horror. He would be awesome in that.
If I could cast him in a movie, and if he got the proper training, I would like to see him in a John Wick movie.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
Loomis?
Yeah,
Really?
put him in a
Yeah.
get some hand-to-hand training in him. Put him in a suit. Have him fight Keanu for like 5 minutes. I can see it.
Yeah. He'd make a good Bond villain in that case. Maybe not the head honcho, but he's definitely one of the tougher goons. You know.
Follow Batista's route.
Fuck yeah. Hey, by the way, Odd Job and Goldfinger, wrestler. You're welcome.
Yep.
Oh.
JC, I still think Keith Lee could be Darkseid. Oh. He could pull it off.
I don't think so. It's his back. His back is a little bit too muscular for Darkseid for my taste. Darkseid should be standing more straight up, like have a straighter posture. It's the posture that throws it off for me.
Like he believes himself to be royalty.
Renico, thoughts on the Empire and New Japan version? Too early to say anything, but so far so good.
Not bad so far, but as May said, like they're still just getting started. They have a long road ahead of them.
And New Japan is long-term based, so this is one of the, especially in the pandemic, it's kind of hard to pull up. But so far, the thumbs up. Why not?
Ospreay has already proven he's a great in-ring competitor. He's killing it as a heel. Jeff Cobb is Jeff Cobb, and the Great O'Khan is a little bit rough, but he'll get there.
The gimmick's there. He's being placed in proper matches to give him the right tests. He did okay at Wrestle Kingdom, to be fair.
Have him either feud with Ishii or Goto.
Oh, yeah, both. Do both. Why not?
Yeah, Ishii or Goto, and just have him have a bunch of matches where they're just beating the shit out of each other. They will make O'Khan.
And let's see. Tonight is the anniversary. JC, tonight is the anniversary of Andre's TV bout with Hogan. Saturday night's main event, I think. So, what was Andre's best match? I could not tell you.
You gotta understand something, JC. A lot of Andre's best stuff was in his prime, and unfortunately, there is very, very little bit of footage of Andre wrestling in his prime because a lot of people were exposed to him during the 80s and
during the 70s and 80s, and where he was a traveling attraction for the territories. Sometimes you could get film of him doing his thing, sometimes not. But some of his best matches, like his best work rate matches, happened where cameras weren't rolling, or if they were cameras, they weren't on him specifically. At this point, it's tough to gauge. Andre is one of those attractions where you see it, you can't believe it, and there was a point where he could go, and he could legit go, but the Andre the Giant, we know it's a different beast.
Yeah, by the time probably all of us got to start being aware of Andre was when he was on his last legs, when his back was giving out, when he couldn't move or couldn't walk, when he was tagging with Haku because he just couldn't be as mobile as he should have been because gigantism. What are you going to do?
He could have fixed it. He chose not to.
But the closest I've seen to prime Andre was a short scene he did for a French movie where he was fighting some dude in a dojo and he was moving around like fucking Rey Mysterio.
I think I saw that clip. Yeah, that was young Andre. Jesus, that guy could move.
That was really young Andre. But
that was very young Andre. This was Jean Ferret Andre. If you don't know what that means, Google it, fuckers. I ain't in the bun for you. All right. So JC said, when I say best, I don't exclusively mean work rate. Story's a big part for me. Look, The generic answer is Hogan Andre WrestleMania 3 if you're asking for that.
That's probably the best story-led thing he was in.
Yeah, his heel turn.
The only the only other match that comes to mind is him versus Big John Studd.
Yeah,
outside of his
one.
Yeah, outside of those two, Andre just did not have the capability of telling a good story and while in the ring because he just couldn't move.
Oh, he probably did in Japan and all that stuff when he traveled, but from what you see of footage, this was past his prime. This is just a guy happy to show up and be, Andre. Both behind the scenes and in front of us. We're not the right guys to ask about this if it's obvious or not to you. We're just not.
You got to go get some old wrestling heads because we're the wrong people to be asking about Prime Andre.
All right, Monster, you're up, old man.
Now, you want us to talk about the Big Show? Oh, we'll talk about the goddamn Big Show. But Andre, you need true experts, and we're nowhere near that, unfortunately. All right, on that note, boys, we're gonna take a break because we got news to take care of. So we shall return with more good stuff and all that jazz and all the news and all that stuff and things when we come back to the Wrestle-Cast after this. Don't go away.
And now a word from our sponsors.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
These newfangled video games are too hard. Hello, boys and girls. This is the national treasure and the world's champion, Nick Aldis, and I'm here to announce that the NWA is coming to Retro-Mania Wrestling. Stars like myself, Colt Cabana, the Universal Heartthrob, Austin Idol. Hey, do you want a challenge for the 10 pounds of gold? Well, you can, buddy, in Retro-Mania Wrestling. Coming to the PC, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. I'm going retro. Retro-Mania Wrestling.
This is WMOB Mobile, 12 on your channel dial and 12 in the TV ratings.
Kenta! Hey! See, brother Switchblade never told me to expect a guest. But there, welcome to the American Club, my friend.
Shut the f up. I'm not your friend. I'm here to beat Jon Moxley.
Works for me. Works fine by me. Hey, you're the social media stooge, right? Listen, you pass this along to Tony Khan. Look, Jon Moxley, you want me to show up here every week, risk my life? To be on your Dynamite show, Tony? Lance Archer, I saw what you did this week too. Button your nose in someone's business that you don't belong in. How about this? Next week, I'll smooth things over with my newly found friend Kenta. And if you got the guts, Tony, make it a tag match. In fact, well, he's not contracted by this company, so I can't see how you can sanction this. Let's make it, I don't know, lights out, pinfalls can anywhere, something in my wheelhouse. Lance Archer, Jon Moxley, Kenny Omega, Brother Kenta. Till then, must bid you adieu. Think about it. Think about it. We'll be back next week. Goodbye. And good night. Bye-bye. Yo, Kenta! Hey, let's talk, buddy. Let's talk a minute.
RBT Entertainment, Wrestle-Cast, Automatic, Spotify, YouTube, Twitch, Live, Matty, T-Dub, Shintigercurl.
I got it, you got it, his name is KENTA. Who coming for you, Jon Moxley? I don't know the words of this song.
So yeah, that's a thing. Kenta show up, blew up the goddamn internet, and that forbidden door. That was a forbidden door. You mean that terminal that Kenta destroyed like Quentin Jackson in that one clip from Ultimate Fighter? That door? Yeah.
Yep.
Holy shit. And it's not like NXT didn't try to blow up the internet, because Edge showed up on NXT. You see, in the middle of a Finn Balor Pete Dunne face-off, which, by the way, in that particular moment, you're going, oh, yes. And yet, the ratings tell that Kenta won the goddamn night.
Ironic, isn't it?
I know, right?
I think this is proof more than anything else that no matter what NXT does at this point, the fans have chosen which show they prefer.
And by and large, so far, it ain't WWE fed.
Think about it. Right now, the one guy who's on everyone's lips beat out the organization that he never had a chance to be a champion in.
And for Kenta, a lot of it was just bad luck and injuries, but still.
Yep.
Still. He's an AEW. AEW's dealing with Impact, and a lot of people get Enigma. As soon as Kenta pops up, our good buddy Enigma Extreme here, he pops up, goes, "Oh my God, it's the Forbidden Door! It's blown up all these matches," and I'm marking out along with him too. But I'm like, I have to rein it back. Wait a minute, it's probably just because Kenta's here. We need to plug the shit out of this match that's gonna finally fucking happen. Hey, Mr. Khan, Harold Mage is no longer here. You want to work? And Tony DK went, maybe. And that maybe turned to absolute goddamn literally. Let's blow up the internet again.
Yeah. While this doesn't 100% say that New Japan and AEW are in a 100% working relationship, they're at least, the door's open. The door has been opened.
They're a lot more open now than they were a year ago. Let's say that.
Unless I missed something in the last couple of decades, I think this is the first time that an active New Japan wrestler appeared on an American television program in an active wrestling capacity.
Well, there was all the Japanese guys appearing for WCW.
There were. So, yeah, this is the first time in a while is what I think Shin was trying to say. Now, here's what's going on in layman's terms. So, Mox, he's got a contract with AEW that says he can work for New Japan, but only in Japan. Oh, balls. So, every time he has to defend his U.S. title, he has to go to Japan to Japan for it. And you could say, well, what about Canada or Mexico? I'm pretty sure the bases are covered there, too. So, there's that. But, fucking pandemic happens. Mid-March. You might have heard of it. Mox still holds the IWGP US title, which he vacated before that because of travel issues. So, New Japan's going, it's pandemic. Fuck. What do we do? And Tony is adamant. It's like, you're not working in the States. And New Japan's got an outfit in California doing New Japan Strong. So, what the fuck do we do? Well, someone goes to Tony Khan and says, look, Mox has to work. We have Kenta. He's starting to bitch about it. He's bitching about it. In kayfabe, of course. But he's bitching about it. You want to work out something? And they go, well, okay, but Kenta's got to pop up on AEW. Sure. So I erroneously expected the U.S. title to be defended on AEW Dynamite. That's not going to happen. That match happens on New Japan World for the New Beginning in USA later this month. But, and you might have noticed a little something in the graphics, in the Twitter and everything else, boys. Jon Moxley is now was officially recognized in AEW as the IWGP United States Heavyweight Champion. Check the social media. It's there.
I've seen it. It's there.
So there's an acknowledgement of a quote unquote partnership. And JC, does Okada going to Impact count? Impact at the time was working had a partnership with New Japan, and Okada was just a young boy. He was finishing up he was on excursion.
We don't talk about it.
And we don't talk about it because that run sucked. Though he does remember fondly going, well, hey, I don't show up and suck and stink up the house in Impact, I don't become the Rainmaker. So, hey, silver linings, folks.
Yeah.
But first time since that partnership, so around 15 years?
Oh, it's really that long ago? Jesus Christ.
I mean, I think you would have to count Kurt Angle's run as the quote-unquote IWGP champion, which that's a whole can of worms right there. I don't think we need to open tonight. It's complicated, to say the least. Something, Antonio Inoki is a bad booker.
Yes, he is.
Sorry. Anyway, news, T-Dub. Let's do the news.
So yeah, we also noted Omega Kenta versus Mox and Archer. It's going to be in a non-sanctioned match next week. And once again, Matty pointed out, U.S. title on Mr. Mox's shoulder.
It's not going to be defended on AEW, to our knowledge, but it is being defended later this month. And whatever happens next, happens next.
So we will take this partnership between the two companies as it goes along week to week, and we can only hope that it blossoms further.
We can only hope. We can only hope.
And of course, another thing that nearly broke the internet was the announcement for the women's tournament to crown the number one contender.
They have a bracket. Before you read the names, a lot of people are complaining, but what about Riho? She's not American, she's Japanese. They probably flew her out to the States and she did the quarantine thing that she had to do and everything else. Which at this point, fair. She signed to AEW anyway, so I'm like, at this point, who the fuck cares? Go on.
Yeah, for the U.S. side, as Matt pointed out, Rio's there, along with Serena Deeb, who she'll be facing, I believe.
Yep.
We also have Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. I feel like if I don't say that name in full, she's going to come to my house and just pull my teeth out.
You might need some work done anyway. You never know. But, no, yeah. By the way.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Her match against Thunder Rosa, match of the goddamn night. Fight me. Keep going.
Yeah, that was excellent. And the fact that they put that on at 8:20?
And a full hour before the aforementioned slot. Thumbs up, boys. Thumb is up.
Thumb is up. They put it on an earlier slot where the crowd was even hotter. And they gave them a good time, told a great story, and they gave Britt Baker a nice heel win while protecting Thunder Rosa. Just thumbs up all around.
Yep. Keep going.
Progress.
Yeah.
Right, so moving on, we also have in the United States side for the tournament, Ty Conti, Thunder Rosa, Nyla Rose, Anna Jay, and legit Layla Hirsch. On the Japanese side, we have Aja Kong, the Magical Girl, Yuka Sakazaki.
I'm looking forward to watch the matches. I missed a Magical Girl. Sorry, go ahead.
Next up, the former Asuka, Veni, Emi Sakura, Ryo Mizunami, Mei Sugura, Rin Kodukura, and the one that blew up the internet nearly, the cutest in the world, Maki Ito.
All right, so for those wondering, even I didn't know about that. I'm like, wait, why is that blowing up? 1 hour of Googling, boys? Yeah, I'm sold. She's good.
Yeah, I've been a fan of hers for the past several months. She's just fucking fantastic, and she has a great story to go along with her. I mean, she used to be a part of a pop idol group, but then the manager was like, "You're too ugly. You're fired." And so she became a pro wrestler.
You folks Google that name and look at the picture. We can wait. Go ahead. Tweet it.
What was the name?
Maki Ito. M-A-K-I. Spacebar. I-T-O-H.
Go ahead. Because I will tell you, the minute you see a picture of her and realize that people called her, quote, ugly, you're going to be on the floor laughing your goddamn ass off. And JC said the idol industry is bullshit. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, I think anyone looked even.
And how are you?
By the way, anyone who's had even a cursory look at the Japanese idol industry knows that it's all just bullshit. It really is. There are so many problems.
Seriously, that you get a zit on your nose, you're fucked. It's that kind of bullshit.
Also, you're not allowed to be in any long-term relationships. There's just so many rules. There's so many rules when you sign that contract. It's ridiculous. But point is, she has been finding new success in pro wrestling, and it's just absolutely fantastic. She has adapted to it really well. And if you want to know what her gimmick is, it's Chris Brooks teaching her a whole bunch of swear words.
Yeah, pretty much.
The first thing she said when she was announced was, "Hello, motherfuckers."
Yep.
I just remembered that bit. I'm like, "Hello, motherfuckers!" Oh God. If a gorgeous-looking Japanese girl fused with Matt Serra from the UFC fighter, and if you watch Dana White's Looking for a Fight, yeah, the swear words, yeah, that kind of attitude. Put a sailor
Cody said,
who curses more than a sailor in that little girl. That's her. That is absolutely her.
And Cody's response to her being announced was, "I want her to win."
Yeah, there are quite a few who have that sentiment, actually.
Yeah.
To which Nyla Rose responded with a Samuel Jackson gif.
Stares motherfuckerly. Why am I not surprised?
To which Maki Yuko responded with, "You want to fight?" With a gif of her flipping off the camera.
Yep. That's her gimmick. Literally every picture, every wrestling picture, it's her flip the double bird. Proud. And surprisingly well manicured too.
Yeah, she's pretty amazing. I just can't wait to see the world can't wait to see those not aware react to her. And even though, so we've also got news on the Japanese side of things. So the reason Hikaru Shida's been off TV for a while is because she's been producing these matches. And at least the Japanese side is going to be posted on Fight and YouTube.
So basically, she's in there. She probably had to return to Japan, I would gather, to get to produce those matches. So there's that 2-week quarantine that needs to be talked about there. So
yeah, I imagine that's also going to be on YouTube because of probably copyrights with all the different management stuffs. Like if you look into Japan and the copyright laws they have, it's bonkers. It's fucking bonkers.
It's fucking complicated. And Guts, the only thing I can tell you, it will be on YouTube. Who's YouTube? Yes.
It's going to the Japanese.
I shrug. It's the Yano shrug. What can I tell you? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure the American matches though will be on Dynamite. I can
more than likely. I think that's how it's going to work out, and I'm pretty sure they're going to work out some deal to show some highlights of the Japanese side of the bracket at the very least. So you're not going to miss too much. I hope.
Yeah, but once again, I'm not surprised that at least the Japanese side is going to be YouTube. I pretty much was predicting that because once again, Japanese law is very complex when it comes to like TV rights and all that, and I know that. Like some of the Japanese promotions have rights with TV stations, and anyone who's ever tried to use footage from anything that's aired on television in Japan, you know how much of a pain in the ass that is to use.
But folks, I know Easy Rider. He does Toku time. He does not dare touch YouTube, or he has to make it edit the shit out of it so it doesn't pop up, and yet it still pops up 2 months later. So, You get the gist of it.
It's a mess. It's a mess to deal with any of that stuff. So hopefully they can work out stuff to where they can at least show highlights on television because, like, some of these women, they're stars. All right, so moving on to other stuff. Kip and Penelope's wedding. That was an entertaining segment overall.
Yeah, oh god. So this was the cinemas. James Mitchell was presided over the wedding. Yes.
Wrestling Satan.
Wrestling Satan, indeed. Miro is the best man. Mitchell goes, if there's anyone who does no. We're not doing that. I've been there, done that. Don't skip that part. Matter of fact, never go back to that part again.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, so I knew you'd get that. But yeah, Miro pretty much cut that off. Does almost every trope of a wrestling wedding he tried to thwart. Big box, human shape box, and Charles, the butler, says, "Oh, that's from me." Miro beats the crap out of it. Turns out to be empty. Whoops.
And they told Charles, "Hey, go up there and clean that up."
Yeah.
Don't forget
the what?
Forget the crowd singing "What Is Love."
Baby, don't hurt me, because he literally starts going, "What is love?" of the crowd. Baby, don't hurt me, no more.
While he's singing that, Charles handcuffing, or there's just the ankle cuffing him to the rope.
Props to that cameraman keeping that camera on his face, because Jesus, that could have fucked up hard.
If you're locking your neck repeatedly while they were singing that song, then we can't be friends anymore.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, you were thinking it. If you weren't doing it, you were absolutely thinking of doing it. Either that, or you're too fucking young for that joke, and it all makes us sad.
If she does not head bob to What Is Love by Hathaway, she is too young for you.
Yep.
If she doesn't head bob to What Is Love by Hathaway, then kick her out of the house naked.
That's
extreme. Not naked, not during the winter naked. Like, at least have something, at least have some clothing on her. Pair of socks should do the trick.
She can have a wet towel that was underneath the washing machine.
By the way, for the ladies being scared, no, that men too. If the men don't do it, you throw them out naked too. Condom and all.
Yep.
All right. So, also in this imagery, we learned that why these two love each other. I mean, Kip Sabian said that Penelope, words I can use them, was beautiful on the inside and smoking hot on the outside, which that she was, especially with the choice of attire she had.
Jesus, that's a wrestling wedding gown right there.
Yes, that it was, as Creepy JR from Twitter was so mindful to point out multiple times.
And of course, Penelope goes, "Well, I fell in love with your big..." Maybe. Okay, I love you too, honey. Maybe not do that. PG.
Two, pull out old running gag we used to have. Whoa, that's not PG.
Whoa, you're correct, good sir.
And that's why Kip Sabian doesn't wrestle in singles matches, because he always has a foreign object on him. Aubrey frisks him down. Aubrey frisks him down, and she's like, "What are you doing with a lead pipe in your pants?" "That's not a lead pipe, baby."
Indeed. And so, as I point out, Miro tried to be self-aware, but the crowd distracted him, got the better of him, and who popped out of the cake?
Orange! Someone who called it. Who called it? I know someone who called it.
Me.
You win.
It was me.
You win.
Yeah, apparently they didn't get the memo that their wedding cake had a nice orange cream filling.
Which now brings up even more imagery.
No,
you're welcome, Liz. Orange Cassidy can get lonely, especially when he's all alone in a dark place.
And he doesn't have Chris Statlander to hang out with anymore since she's abducting people.
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah, she even has her own spaceship backstage, it seems.
So Orange Cassidy has to do something until she's done.
Anyway, so Orange Cassidy ended up hitting Beach Break on Kip, while Miro could only watch on in anger.
Yep.
And thus ends another prototypical wrestling wedding where everything goes wrong at the end. You know what? I'll say this. James Mitchell had to step up here because at least during this wedding, no one got shot.
Yeah, that's it. That is a very good thing. Because I think someone, I think it was, fuck, I forgot who it was, but someone tweeted, who shot Kip Sabian? let me find it. Let me find it.
Who shot Kip Sabian? Was it Miro, Orange Cassidy, the bad boy Joey Janela, or the 1994 Houston Rockets?
It was at Enrageful, the Enrageful Eric on Twitter. But yeah, who shot Kip Sabian? Oh, the 1994 Denver Broncos. Love doing that bit. Your bit was good.
Yeah,
though.
I know.
Don't get me wrong.
As Jason pointed out, now they posted on Twitter, like, someone asked her, why weren't you at the wedding? And she said, last time that guy officiated a wedding, someone got shot. Can I just say Nyla is just one of the best people on Twitter? She's just one of the best.
Oh God, I just had a terrifying thought.
What?
If the Good Brothers, James Mitchell, who are Impact guys, show up, what if they bring someone else along with them just to fuck things up for AEW?
Oh God, who?
Who else? Johnny Swinger.
Oh no! No!
Okay, if you're looking for a way to absolutely demolish whatever agreement AEW and Impact have, that would do it.
That would do it. No, this is us. Yeah, for those wondering, the running gag is we think Johnny Swinger has every STD known to man because Johnny Swinger is, his gimmick is a swinger. Really.
And five STDs unknown to man.
So that thought comes to mind, and I just go,
No! 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 No!
Apparently, just to inform you, Johnny Swinger was diagnosed with Satan's scratch.
Oh fuck!
The symptoms are unknown.
For the record, people coming into Riff Down know that we're gonna talk shit and be wild. But for those who don't tune into Riff Zone, we're kidding. It's a joke. Don't come at us. Keep going. Let's laugh at this.
Just to let you, there are no symptoms. So far, there are no diagnosed symptoms. The last time Satan's scratch was recorded, it was in the Bible, and Jesus had to take 3 days and 3 nights just to cure it.
Oh, we're gonna get in so much deep shit if someone finds this in the wrongest context possible.
It's all gonna be fine, Matty. All gonna be fine. There's also a tag team battle royal that kicked off the night, so a nice battle royal with no commercial breaks. I love it, Maggle. And the winners of the match were Y2JF.
I thought it was a Y2MJF.
I thought it was MJ2K.
Well, I know it was a team of Chris Jericho and MJF. And they won, and Sammy Guevara, not happy.
No, because he was trying to eliminate, I believe it was one of the members of Top Flight. However, Chris Jericho, in what seemed to maybe be an attempt to help him, accidentally eliminated Sammy Guevara.
Les sex gods are dead.
Yeah, and
yep.
Jericho tried to console him backstage afterwards, but his attempts were not received well by Sammy.
Nope.
And afterwards, Chris Jericho chased after him, and then MJF had Wardlow politely escort the cameraman out of the locker room as he had a serious talk with the rest of the inner circle.
Yeah, I smell a big B coming. Matty, I think you have the button for that.
Would the B be this particular one that I have just found right now?
Betrayal!
What?
Betrayal!
Actually,
betrayed me.
No, wait. I think this one fits the bill better.
Curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal.
I think that one fits better.
I thought you were going to go for the LA Noir one, but that one's better.
I don't have the LA Noir one.
You don't have the LA Noir button?
I got the big doubt button, but that's about it.
I mean,
that's the one.
Eventually, Jericho's like, MJF, are you trying to turn the inner circle against me? Me, Chris? Never. Fuck young boys, Maxwell Jacob Freeman.
He pulls that off and wins the championship in 2021. He gets heel of the year again. I guarantee you that.
And of course, we already discussed pretty good length at Baker versus Rosa and how that was amazing.
Awesome match of the week for sure.
Definitely.
All right, let's see what else we have. Steve Cutler and Lars Sullivan were released from WWE this week.
Lars Sullivan, this was a shocker, not because of the release. That was not surprising in and of itself, but the amount of time it took for us to find out he was released. Yeah, turns out he was released last month. They just did it quietly.
Yeah, it's definitely their most quiet of releases, and it's almost like no one even noticed.
It's a shame. He had a lot of potential, and he just kept fucking up. Not to the degree of back when he was making those statements about certain groups of people. He has grown out of that, I hope. Just him doing dumb shit that he really shouldn't be doing.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff that he did in his private life. It's been well documented. But the one thing, like, we could take a dump on his being a trash human being all we want, but as someone who does live with some form of anxiety, and he's having anxiety attacks and all that stuff, look, man, it's nothing's worse than lose your job over something like that. It sucks, and I honestly, I hope he finds work or finds something fulfilling that doesn't fuck up his brain more than it probably is because of the anxiety in the future. I honestly hope that.
I have massive anxiety issues, so I sympathize with him. Just try to keep your nose clean wherever you're going. Just do the weird shit anymore. I know you're no longer an absolute trash human being because you changed, and I haven't heard anything about him saying any kind of that stuff lately. But just don't do. Just think before you do something, okay?
Yeah.
Just think.
Speaking of thinking before you do something, why was it that Steve Cutler was released? Why him?
Because he was a fucking idiot on Twitter. That's why.
What did he
Him
do?
too. God damn it!
You do.
Why does everyone keep... It almost feels like, goddamn, what's his name? Wesley Blake. It feels like he keeps getting sabotaged. Every time it looks like he's about to get something...
I know, right?
Like, Wesley Blake is doing nothing wrong. And then all this shit keeps happening around him. He's just getting killed in the crossfire. Ah, come on.
Friendly
At this
fire.
Point,
friendly fire.
They should just... Because they're not really doing anything with his part, the form partner, just reform Blake and Murphy at this point.
You may as well.
Except don't give him that stupid dubstep theme again. No.
Yeah.
No, add more dubstep to it.
No more of that.
Bass drops. More wolves.
T-Dub, I will email you a commissioned sex tape of Sonic and Zelda having sex. And you know I know.
Yeah, don't look at any email from strangers.
And I know people. I can make that happen.
JC, yeah, JC thought it was Cutler got released because he went to a New Year's Eve party and got COVID. You think that? Yeah, you think WWE's that dumb to release him on that shit alone?
Yeah, they would get. Well, they're already in the shitter as of right now. If they did that for him, oh boy, they would get eaten alive.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what's right here. We finally got an explanation as to why WWE's been using piped-in noises.
Because most computer microphones are shit.
All right, so we finally got reasons as to why WWE is using piped-in noises during their...
And I said because everyone's internet microphones are shit.
Nope.
What?
So, Bayley was doing a promo during the time before they had the piped-in noise. And she went backstage and said, hey, can we have some piped-in noise so it feels more natural? And they said, okay.
So, in the Thunderdome, it was quiet as a mouse? Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair play.
So they say, you know what, let's put some piped-in noise. That way according to at least TJ Wilson, he says they decided to use piped-in noise so that way the performers can feel more at home.
Hey, whatever you gotta do, right?
And something else we mentioned earlier, Damian Priest is now on Raw. ... Best of luck.
Yeah. ... Please don't die. ...
Bring a shovel so you can dig out when they try to bury you.
Yeah, definitely.
At the moment, he's teaming with celebrity Bad Bunny, and they usually, whenever someone partners with a celebrity, that usually helps them for the most part. But
the thing is, everyone's going, who is a Bad Bunny? And I'm like, okay, I don't know who Bad Bunny is. I'll admit I'm white and I'm lame. But here's the thing: music video with Booker T, and he gets to team up with the new hot shit in town. I'm like, I don't care if you don't know who the celebrity is. If he's famous and he's giving you the rub, it's a fucking rub.
And that'll definitely help out for Damian Priest, and hopefully that can give him a bit of a shield from Vince McMahon's shovel for at least 6 months.
We'll see.
So please treat Damian Priest well. He could be your next Undertaker.
And JC and Bad Bunny's apparently a big wrestling fan. No, he didn't write a wrestler. He didn't write a rap based on Booker T for nothing, didn't he? Okay, that might have been a little too harsh, but come on, he's a big wrestling fan. No shit, Sherlock. He had Booker T. He rapped about Booker T. He had Booker T in his freaking music video.
And Booker T brought out the G.I. Bro gimmick.
For him.
Damn. That's a deep cut.
Oh, for us, not that deep. For everyone else, holy shit, we're old.
Hey, guys, guess what?
What?
CM Punk is returning to Heels, the new television show that's going to be starring Stephen Amell of Arrow fame.
Do you want to Dave him or should I?
I'm not saying anything incorrect.
It's the way you worded it, asshole.
I'm still under the weather, so go ahead, David.
Dave! Don't tease us like that, dude!
I didn't say anything wrong. CM Punk is returning to a wrestling ring as a wrestling character.
Oh, wait, that's legit?
Yeah, he's going to be on Heels. It's going to be starring Stephen Amell, and CM Punk is apparently going to have at least one spot on the show.
Does that mean we can bring back the old CM Punk soundbite?
Which one?
Neo before Punk.
Oh, maybe.
All right, so here's the premise. Two brothers and rivals, one a villain or heel, in the ring, the other a hero or face, play out in scripted matches as they war over their late father's wrestling promotion, vying for national attention in small town Georgia.
So basically Dallas in a wrestling ring.
Yep, it's going to star Stephen Amell and Alexander Ludwig as Jack and Ace Spade, respectively.
Okay, then.
Alrighty, then. Yeah.
So, yeah, hopefully the show doesn't have an air date yet. Still in the early phases of development. However,
So the
CM
show
Punk
hasn't
was-
even been sold yet, is what you're trying to say.
Yeah, but CM Punk was photographed in a ring with Amell.
Okay. Moving on.
I would have thought that CM Punk's first match back would be a cinematic match. Hey!
Yeah, you brought that up just for that fucking joke, didn't you?
Then I'm a fan of Stephen Amell, and it's CM Punk.
Fair enough. You live for now.
And of course, right now we have to bring the room down a little bit because earlier today it was announced that Hacksaw, aka the Natural Butch Reed, passed away.
A little bit before my time, but even I knew well enough that Butch Reed was the shit.
Most people probably know him, team with Ron Simmons as Doom,
Yep.
being led to the ring by future referee, future manager, future general manager, future tag team match player maker, Teddy Long.
Future meme extraordinaire Teddy Long, too.
So rest in peace, good sir. You've earned it.
Yep.
And my final bit of news is news that's going to make you happy, Matty. So I heard on the grapevine that in the coming months, a certain wrestler's visa ban might be lifted.
Speedball.
If it is, AEW, don't miss your shot. Sign this motherfucker.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Speedball was supposed to show up at an India, I believe it was an Evolve event, where he should have had eyes on William Regal, who is one of WWE's big recruiters. Now, this was a 5-year ban. Now, think back. Speedball Mike Bailey was one of those guys WWE was considering for the original Cruiserweight Classic.
Yes, sir.
Border Patrol Border Services were being pricks about it. You got a 5-year ban. It's coming up. And I'm fairly certain Speedball is going to make goddamn fucking sure that he's got his ducks in a row when it comes to travel. Because holy hot damn, Jungle Boy, Speedball Mike Bailey, book it.
And if he doesn't get all his ducks in a row, I'm sure Veda Scott will let him know.
Gimme.
I mean, the obvious
By the way,
matches. Speedball versus Marco Stunt. Fuck yes. Speedball versus... Well, name a wrestler at this point.
Speedball versus Phoenix, Speedball versus Penta, Speedball versus the Bastard, Speedball versus MJF, Speedball versus Sammy Guevara.
Oh, Jesus.
Speedball versus
John Navarro is going to be match of the decade if that happens. Speedball versus Luchasaurus. Yeah, absolutely. Speedball versus Cody Rhodes.
One thing I would love is if he goes to AEW, they need to get the rights to Brass Monkey.
The ultimate contract.
That was his entrance theme on the independent scene.
That's what, yeah, Brass Monkey by the Beastie Boys.
Correct.
But the ultimate contrast match, Speedball Mike Bailey versus the King of Sloth Style, Orange Cassidy.
That reminds me, if this AEW New Japan partnership really does work out, give us Orange Cassidy versus Toru Yano and Hiromu Takahashi versus John Silver.
Please.
Yes. John Silver making awkward homoerotic comments towards Hiromu and Daryl.
And Hiromu returning the favor in kind.
Because Johnny hungry for that plushie.
Thus beginning one of the most intense but highly sexual rivalries in professional wrestling.
Only you would turn Cassidy Only you would do that, dude. Silver versus Takahashi. Only you, man.
No, not just me. I saw other people online rooting for that match.
I mean, we're all hoping for that match, but Shin's hoping they fuck backstage before they wrestle or something.
No, everyone has to be thinking that. Think about Jon Silver's character, and then think about Hiromu's character. That's the only logical conclusion anyone can make.
Yeah, I don't care if you're a human time bomb, because Johnny Hungy, yeah, I'm gonna beat your handsome face in, and I'm gonna kick your well-shaped and well-toned ass, and your smile that just makes my heart flutter. And I'm sorry, what were you talking about?
All I'm gonna say is that happens. Bring condoms and lube. That's it. Just do that.
Of course, Yano versus Cassidy, because the ultimate prankster versus the ultimate sloth.
Book that shit at Wrestle Kingdom.
And of course, Jon Moxley is going to be wandering, walking around, fearing for his life that Yano might actually show up.
Or imagine it like this. Imagine it like this. Imagine it like this. Yano tries to sell Orange Cassidy one of his DVDs, and Orange just pulls out a wad of crumpled up bills and throws them on the floor. Then mousetrap, because Yano was greedy.
And afterwards, Orange Cassidy just picked up the money.
Just a fantasy booking, my God.
And of course, JC points out Cassidy versus Naito because sloth style versus nihilist style.
I mean,
Orange Cassidy versus NyQuil Naito. They would spend 20 minutes just circling the ring lazily.
Like, you're gonna take 5 minutes disrobing, taking off their stuff, and Cassidy's gonna go, it's stuck. My elbow pad, it's stuck. Oh yeah, tranquilo. Yeah, there we go. All right, ding ding.
Damn it.
All right.
And as soon as the match starts, you're like, "You hungry? Yeah, hungry. Yeah,
hungry. Yeah."
And then just roll out a ring and spend 20 minutes eating concession food from the stands.
Like concession nachos. Oh, they run into, like, they're probably a daily place or something, like, ooh, hot wings. You want some hot wings?
Yeah, I guess hot wings. Okay.
Yeah, go, tranquilo.
And the whole match is they have the longest match, but it's just them in the stands eating concessions,
just fucking around, like lazily to like that. Of course, it's not even walk a brawl. It's just walk to the next spot of comedy at that point. And then Naito goes, "Okay, I'm full. Let's fight." Punch. And it's just the standard Orange Cassidy stuff, but still. 40 minutes long with 20 minutes of fucking around. Only Naito and Cassidy could pull that off.
And of course, we can't talk about AEW versus New Japan without the most hard-hitting match that we would ever get. The Mad King versus the King.
I'm at Chubb right now. I don't know about you guys. Suzuki versus the Mad King. The promos alone from Eddie Kingston would be worth it.
Such gloriousness.
Yep.
Such gloriousness. Is that all the news that you got?
I believe that's what it is.
That's all I got. Unless someone else would like to add anything else to the conversation.
I only have 2 bits to add to the conversation. I left something in the Discord chat for you guys that I just recently found. Hope you like it.
Oh, yeah. It's a picture of the referee and Kevin Steen having a coffee while Paul and Roman try to figure out the fucking thing.
As for my second bit of news, this is just breaking in directly from Dave himself on his Twitter. Breaking news. Did you guys know that Jade Cargill can lift weights.
No!
Tony Khan likes big sweaty women.
Tony Khan likes big sweaty women.
There hasn't been breaking news this big since we found out that Braun Strowman can run fast.
Okay.
Strowman.
Am I the only one? All kidding aside, am I the only one who thinks maybe if they started Jade Cargill with that one vignette a couple months ago, she probably would have fared better now? Am I the only one thinking that?
Possibly.
Slightly.
Oh, yeah, I'd like to point out something funny about Braun Strowman. His Twitter account profile picture still shows him with the Universal title.
That's just laziness.
A little bit. Is it laziness, though, or is it just sadness?
A little bit of both. A little bit of both.
Is that all, Mr. Tiger Curl?
Yeah, no, I only had 2 bits of information. That's it.
All right.
All right. Cool. All right, let's do winners and losers, boys. Let's do that.
For this week, only one D-Cell Battery Award goes to not a person, but an inanimate object. Those goddamn handcuffs from Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens. It
fucked up a great title match doing that.
It could have been. It was on its way to be one of the, it would have been match of the year candidate easily, and then that fucking botch had to ruin it. It just it's like you had all the ingredients to make a great lasagna, and then the cat comes in and takes a dump on it, and it's like, oh god, no, it's ruined now.
Mm-hmm.
But as for losers go, not many losers, so I'll just go Jade Cargill. That when are you actually gonna do something? Get in the ring. I'm tired of your shitty promos and your talking and your ghetto speak and all this other stuff. Yeah, you can lift weights, but But apparently you can't lift a microphone to your mouth and cut a goddamn decent promo. So
that's a shoot right there.
So unless you're gonna, unless they're gonna make her wrestle in the 5 weeks they have until they wrestle on free TV, do something. Do something to make our investment worth something, Miss Jade. Do something. I'm asking.
Hey, we got the debut of the greatest finisher ever from Shaq, the Black Tornado.
It's the Judas effect, you dumbass. Not you, Tita. Shaq.
Yeah, Shaq was going to be my other loser because, yeah. You could have picked out any other move, but you stole from Chris Jericho. Really?
A clothesline would have done better.
No, here's the thing. It's the Juice effect plus a punch to the face. So it's different.
Ow.
Barkley has a better finisher. Charles Barkley has a better finisher, and he doesn't have a finisher. And those are all my losers.
T-Dub?
I actually don't have any losers this week. I'm way too positive at the moment, so maybe next week.
That's fair enough. I'm still going to give it to WWE with that hold on. I'm being distracted by multiple things here. WWE, because they had that big quarterly earning, and they profit, and they still fired everybody practically. So yeah, fuck them. And Lars Sullivan, just not because he's not a loser because he lost or whatever. I just feel bad for the guy. I really do. Just honest to God. Let's do winners, boys.
A lot of winners this week.
Well, I can imagine.
The Royal Rumble for just being well put together with a lot of surprises. The right people won. The up, down Royal Rumble where VGOG laid the smackdown on Mr. Gotcho and shut up Mia Yim. And, of course, the up, down champion defending his title for a record, 7th time against King of Booty, AJ Styles in Twisted Metal 4. AEW just for killing it this week. Just killing it 2 weeks in a row. Awesome. Just awesome. Impact for just being that. Oh, wait a minute. I had one more loser. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry to interrupt. This I wasn't going to do this until I saw it today, but I'm going to give a loser to Marky D.
Mm-hmm.
He is a British wrestling YouTuber, and his recent video was examining the last 11 matches of Brody Lee, and it is clear that he does not watch the product because he thought most of those matches sucked.
Oh no!
And most of all, he had no idea who the fuck Orange Cassidy was, and thought that that Brody Lee should have squashed him outright.
Which would have went against the storytelling at the time of building him up, especially after his win against Jericho.
Yeah, and people called him out on that, and it's pretty obvious he doesn't watch the product. But as my other winners, damn, I had one more, but I'm just gonna say it, Carlito. He looked like an absolute truck out there. He said, and he spits in the face of people who don't want to be swole.
Yeah.
And I'm done.
D-Dub.
I'll make my winner nice and easy. Kenta for breaking the internet. Royal Rumble for being a good WWE. Hey, let's take those victories where we can. And of course, I got to give a winner to Bianca Belair for being the winner of the Women's Royal Rumble. And who knows, maybe she'll actually main event Mania. We'll see. It is 2 nights.
All right, for me, Bianca Belair and Edge, both winners of Rumble, obviously. Kenta for the aforementioned reasons of breakage of wrestling internet. And then AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling. Let's see where this goes, gentlemen. Let's see where this goes. That being said, let's do our plugs. Shin, let's go for it.
Yeah, but you always know where to find me. YouTube, Maxacorn, easy enough to find for Warmer Horde lore videos. Special announcement right now. I have commissioned and I've received a new intro video for all of my future Warmer Horde lore profiles, and it is money well spent. I'm going to be completely overhauling the entire look of my channel, thanks to some people. So there's that. If you want to support the channel, patreon.com/Shintigercurl. PayPal.com/Shintigercurl. Twitter, it's on the screen right there. You want to buy my book? Go ahead. 14 reviews, 4.5 stars. That means it's good. So you should watch it. And thankfully, because of the new restrictions they have, Norman Botine's very toxic comments on my page have been completely erased. So you don't have to see the creator of Empress Teresa try to shit on my book, even though he made a shitty book himself. I'm done.
D-Dub.
First, got my Clerks review out on YouTube at the moment. Currently working on my next video, which should be out in the next. So until then, you can enjoy my review of Clerks, which I just put into the Twitch chat there. And if you'd like to see any of my videos early, patreon.com/TWKReviews.
And of course, you could, like you said, watch a video early and all that good stuff. That being said, of course, you could follow us on Twitter at MattyJ316, at TWKOfficial, and at Shintigercurl. T-shirts available. You can see the link on screen. You want to send any questions to us before we do any other Q&As, the Wrestle-Cast at gmail.com. And of course, my tip jar, paypal.me/MattyJ316. That's going to do it for us, ladies and gentlemen. We thank you very much for tuning in and all that good stuff. Hopefully the audio sounds good, because usually when I record it, it's fine, but going from the VOD stuff, there might be we did drop a couple of frames, so we might have cut off about 10 seconds of conversation during that Rumble review, but oh well, I fucked up. I'm sorry, folks. Minor detail. My name's Matty Abram. On behalf of everybody, fucked up the intro, fucked up the outro. On behalf of everybody, including Shintigercurl.
You are now thinking about Keith Lee's BBC.
God damn it. Big Bang Catastrophe. Ugh. And my good buddy TWK.
Next on this TWK of TWK Reviews, tell me, work your BBC.
My name's Matty J. Remind you to tell professional wrestling support independent promotion as soon as possible. Big Bang Catastrophe. Ew. Have a good one. Just wrap it up, Matty. Just wrap it up. Have a good one. Have a safe one. We'll talk to you next week, folks. Bye, everybody. Bye.
But some people don't want to be cool. Like this guy.
And welcome to WWE's Thunder! And I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool.